This is our 2017 Honda CR-V EXL all-wheel drive. Purchased it new in February of 2017. So now it's September of 2022. So had it for 5 years and 7 months, and it has 90,000 miles on it. So the ownership experience so far has been great. I've done all the preventive maintenance the whole life of the car and never had to do any other maintenance. Just typical things like replaced a battery twice. The second time it was fully warranted, so it didn't cost me anything the second time. And did some preventive maintenance things along the way. Changed the spark plugs. I've got a video on that on my channel. Had the serpentine belt changed. I think around 80,000 miles is when I changed the serpentine belt. So those are still under preventative maintenance. So never had a breakdown, never had anything that I needed fixed. And so it's just the reason I bought a CR-V. We just wanted something reliable and that I could own for a long time. And if I took care of it, figured it would last a long time, taking me to work every day. So that's exactly what it's been like. And now that it's 5.5 years old and has 90,000 miles on it, my plan is to just keep doing that, and hopefully it'll last 300,000 miles. That's my goal anyway. So changing the oil, changing the transmission fluid, changing your filters, changing your rear differential fluid if you have all-wheel drive, those kind of things are what it takes just to make it last a long time, and it's not hard to do. So that's really why I do the channel, just showing other people how they can save hundreds and hundreds and even thousands of dollars by doing things like that themselves. So that's been my experience so far, and I hope it continues that way in the future. So we're doing a 90,000 mile service, doing a change of the engine filter, the engine air filter, the cabin air filter, rotating the tires, changing the oil, and changing the CVT, continuously variable transmission fluid. And so the transmission fluid I change every 30,000 miles. The oil I change every 5,000 miles. The rear differential isn't due right now. I do that. I started out every 10,000 and then recently moved that to 15,000 miles because it comes out so clean and I'm not getting anything on my magnet anymore. So it's well broke in. So I do a 15,000 mile interval on that now. And the engine and cabin air filters I do every 10,000 miles. They're pretty clean. I'm sure I could stretch that if I wanted to, but they're so cheap I just do it at 10,000 miles. So I hope that's helpful. I hope the channel is helpful if you own a 2017 to 22 CR-V and even older and newer models. The 2023 that's coming out now is a new design, but I'm sure there'll be many similarities. I don't believe they've done any major changes to the engine or transmission unless you get the hybrid. So I'm sure these videos will still apply to the new models. So I hope that's helpful.